Hi, this is Daniel Barth from meetdanielbarth.com. Also work with danielbarth.com. I have a tip about when you are talking to prospects or talking to leads, emailing leads, whatever you're doing, and want to kind of talk about what's most important with those interactions. And a tip that even experienced marketers sometimes don't do a good job about. And it's really vital for the success of your business. And the tip is this, and it might seem obvious, but the tip is listen to the prospect or the lead. Listen to them. Get at their wavelength. Get what they're saying. Get where they're at. Get a bearing of who they are and what their goals are. Hear them about their needs. That's huge. Because if you meet them at the place where they're at, and if you meet them at their need, at that place of need that they have, or if what you offer truly contributes to their goal, that's going to be the difference between making the sale or getting a new team member and not getting that. It's so important. And you might say, Daniel, that's so obvious. Yeah, it is. And it's something even experienced marketers sometimes do a really poor job with. And this is kind of the trap that people fall into. The trap that other people fall into and the trap that I've fallen into is there have been times where, I'll have a great call with someone or I'll have an email interaction with someone that it's spot on. It's just awesome. And there's constantly a temptation that if something goes really well, that you think back to that time and you try to mimic those results. Or you try to structure the conversation the same way. Or you might even subliminally, not even purposefully do this, even subliminally impose some of the goals that someone else has had. Or use talking points that you've heard before that you think are really good and they don't apply. Those are some of the traps that you can fall into. Because once you do that, if somebody doesn't have a deep connection with what you are offering, they are not going to join. And so you listen. And you listen and you see where they're at. So I think this is probably the most important thing to bear in mind when you're talking with prospects and leads. And usually after you get off the phone or after you're done emailing this person, you'll realize a lot of times some of the mistakes that you made. And you might have that moment where you're like, oh, should have said this, or I should have let that person have more time to share where they're at. And there's this idea, this myth that you need to be the one talking the most because you're in the driver's seat. You're the marketer, you're the person offering what you have to offer, and you need to control that conversation. And it's true that you do need to guide the process, but you need to make sure that that person is sharing who they are and where they're at. Because once they do that, you have established a level of credibility with them. They are showing trust in that moment. There's an openness at that moment. They are being vulnerable if they share where they're at and what their goals are. And once you hear that, then you speak to them and you speak to that need in a way that shows them you know what you're talking about and you can help. That's huge. So don't fall into the trap of having talking points, it's okay to have main things that you want to generally say, but make sure you are really listening to them. Make sure, because thousands and thousands of interactions, conversations, and different things have gone sour or have not reached their full potential. And it's really, really simple trap to fall into. So just be sure and listen. Thanks very much for watching this tip. So huge. I hope that you take it very seriously. I want to invite you to click the link below to visit my website. And on my website, you can send me a message. You can look into my coaching, my training. You can look at maybe possibly even working directly with me to get some income. Another thing that I have on that website that's really a lot of fun is you can actually set up an appointment with me. Okay, most marketers don't do that, but I try to create as many ways for you to be able to easily get in contact with me. So I invite you to set up an appointment. If that's what you'd like to do, send me a message. You can even comment and, say, I like your beard, or I think your beard's obnoxious, or, I'm involved in this. Can you give me tips about this? I really want to help. So please take advantage of that link below, and I'd love to continue this dialogue. Thanks for watching this, and I'll see you on the next website. Thanks.